planets, right? That's the question. Well, are all the other planets flat? I actually answered the question, but that's why I'm pretty, I don't know, aggravated, because you asked the question again, right? So I need you to listen. No one thinks that all the other planets are flat, okay? For one, there isn't other planets. When you say other planet, you are presupposing the Earth is in fact a planet, which is the very thing we are discussing, right? That's the question. Is the Earth a spherical planet? That's called a begging the question fallacy. Just reasserting that something's true isn't real. You'll be alright as I take away your little globe Earth religion that you were told about when you were 5 and you were given cartoons. This doesn't faze me at all. I'm literally not even fazed by it. So anyway, the word planet, instead of typing listen, okay? The word planet, the etymology for planet, listen. The etymology for planet is wanderer, okay? It's a wandering star. We document them all the time. I document them all the time. You can zoom in on them. They're pulsating orbs of light. They're not static, meaning still. You cannot in any way prove they're solid, terra firma, or spherical, because you see the same thing every single day for all recorded history, a pulsating orb of light. Now, even if there were spheres in the sky, which there's literally no evidence for that, there's literally none that exists in the history of mankind. If they were spheres in the sky, that still wouldn't make the Earth a ball. That's like walking up to someone's house and saying, look, there's a light bulb on the ceiling. That means that the floor is a light bulb. That's like walking in a bar, walking up to a pool table, grabbing a pool ball and saying, look, the pool ball is a sphere. That means the pool table is also a sphere, okay? The Earth is provably not curving, which means it's flat. They said it's a certain size, right? So the radius value is the distance from the center to the edge of a circle or a sphere, right? Listen, please. They said that the Earth, it has a radius value of 3,959 miles. That means you have to see the curvature of the Earth at no further than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Okay, it has to curve at a certain rate. You can Google it yourself. Earth curve calculator. This is not flat Earthers math. This is the globe Earth's models math, okay? Google it. Earth curve calculator. I showed you a picture. We have mountains seen from 255 miles away. Listen, 255 miles away. And according to the globe Earth math, the top of the mountain in the back should have been blocked by 1 mile of Earth curvature. An entire mile of Earth curvature should have been blocking the top of the mountain. Yet you can see the top of the mountain with the entire mile of Earth curvature missing. You can see the shoreline leading up to the mountain range. It's literally impossible. We have falsified the radius. It does not curve at the rate they said it did objectively. This is why it is censored by the government. This is why you ask questions like, oh, are we a disk in another solar system planet with other spherical planets? Because there's something called the Flat Earth Society, where everything they say is wrong and stupid and not one flat earther thinks any of it. It's called misinformation. So they admitted in Congress they censor flat earth, yet they prop up Flat Earth Society, which is not really flat earth. It's all misinformation. That should automatically raise a red flag if you're honest. What's on the other side? What's the other side? The deepest hole ever dug is 7.8 miles. It's called the borehole in Russia. No one can dig deeper than that, conveniently enough. It's very similar to the distance of the deepest location in the ocean, called the Mariana Trench. No one's ever dug deeper than 8 miles. It's called the borehole in Russia. Now, whenever the globe Earth had predictions based on the supposed layers of this globe Earth, they were proven inaccurate the entire way down the entire 8 miles. They couldn't even get the top 8 miles correct with predictions, much less could they ever adequately predict 4,000 miles to a core that doesn't exist, that they still can't explain how it somehow creates a magnetic field because of the Curry point, and it's literally impossible according to Stanford and Harvard and Yale and Princeton. They literally can't explain the magnetic field in 2021 on a globe Earth. Now, would you fall off the edge? These are like elementary first grade questions, and I'm being honest with you, right? You need to listen. You have been engineered to treat us as if we're stupid. But you should be honest. You know nothing about the conversation. You haven't diligently researched it. You've never measured it. You've never made a long-distance observation, and you know nothing about it. So when you ask these stupid questions like, can you fall off the flat Earth, that is called a straw man fallacy, right? Because no one thinks that. So can you fall off the edge of a lake? Can you fall off the edge of a shore? Of course not. There's a shoreline, right? You can't fall off the edge of a pond. There's a shoreline. The water's contained. There's something called this. You need to just listen, though. Right? Because this is so much information that you're going to have to learn for you to even get close to understanding the conversation. Stop trying to pretend you're going to make flat earthers look dumb, because you look dumb when you do that. You ask questions like, so what is up with the other planets? If you knew what flat earth really said, you know that that's a very dumb question. If you say stuff like, can you fall off the edge, you would know that's a very dumb question. There's something called the 60th south latitude, effectively a circle around you. It was signed in the Antarctic Treaty that it is illegal for you to privately and freely explore past this region. China, Russia, the United States have all signed it. It's the longest lasting peace treaty in modern history, okay? So all these geopolitical adversaries and enemies have all signed a treaty that says it's illegal for you to go explore past that area. So we cannot make claims what's past there because you can't go there to verify it. It's literally impossible and illegal, okay? The one thing that would prove the Earth's a ball is, for one, measuring the curvature of the Earth. Never been done. In fact, the opposite's been done. Every measurement of the Earth ever assumes a flat Earth, and we have measurements way too far to beyond a globe Earth, including lasers that were shot without getting hit by the curvature. You need to listen. If you can come up with a question you think that I can't answer, that doesn't make the Earth a ball. We falsified the globe Earth. It is not curving at a rate consistent with the radius value of 3,959 miles. This is why we are heavily censored, and I've been censored on every major platform, and even PayPal and Venmo, because they forcibly censored the real flat Earth by telling you the lies. So you should listen very carefully. We know that the Earth is the bottom of everything, okay? The basement, effectively, in layman terms. It's geocentric. That means the center of everything. It's stationary, of course, meaning not moving. It's a geocentric stationary plane. We have mountains, we have valleys, but it's a topographical plane. The sky resets like a perfect clock over top of us for all recorded history. It all goes around Polaris, the North Pole star, directly over the center of the surface of the Earth, which is the North Pole, and it resets perfectly for all recorded history for thousands of years, doing the exact same thing. Literally impossible on a ball Earth spinning, revolving around the sun, shooting through space. This is why they said that the lights are actually thousands of light years away. Not because they went and measured something thousands of light years away, because they mathematically had to construct something consistent with the model, and it necessitated they be that far away because the stars don't change like they would have to if you had all these different vectors going on. It's called parallax, okay? So you need to understand the true origins of this religion. And it is a religion, it's a belief system built upon the doctrine of men with no empirical evidence. The Big Bang Theory was literally proposed by a Catholic priest, a Jesuit priest, proposed the Big Bang Theory.